but from my own knowledge and experience, when a murder like this takes place, all the barriers are broken down, and inevitably police find all sorts of individuals that wouldn't normally help them, will help them in this type of murder inquiry. What baffled me, and I think baffled the police, was the lack of real information, the lack of eyewitnesses, sightings, people coming forward with positive information that would help them bring the killer to justice.
This is an unusual case in as much as we can confirm Caroline's movements almost entirely throughout the evening and to the point on the towpath where she was murdered. And we've done this with CCTV evidence up in the Bon Hill area and witnesses' accounts of speaking to her.
Caroline was last seen about midnight, midnight, heading towards the Black Bridge by a taxi driver and his passenger, and they both knew Caroline. She was walking herself and seemed absolutely normal, and about 30 yards behind her, just standing, was a male who is described as about 20 to 25 years of age, 5'6" in height, and wearing a green top with the hood up.
There were no further confirmed sightings of Caroline, but two men out walking their dogs did report hearing something unusual.
We heard a commotion. No, but there was only one voice. And I take it she was arguing with somebody. She says, I didn't say that, or I didn't do that. It was definitely something like that she was saying back to the person. But we thought it was just a couple, no arguing.
Police spoke to other witnesses who also heard a commotion. They were told as well of sightings of other people in the area at the time of the attack.
We also learned of two men running about 1:45 on a Sunday morning near to the Kippen Dairy in Alexandria, and one of these people had a hooded top on. However, we are unsure if that is the same person who was sighted in Dilly Chip Road about half an hour beforehand.
Police released a drawing of the hooded man, but he was never traced. What was known was that Caroline had intended to visit her boyfriend. He had spent the evening with 3 friends at a house in Renton's Allen Crescent.
The house that they were using that night was forensically examined to see if there was any traces which could assist us in the inquiry, but there was none.
The police seem to waste a lot of time on these people, and other suspects, I think, had time to cover up things or whatever they do.
The murder inquiry did focus on people who knew her. It's possible that the police may have taken an eye off the ball with regard to the Caroline Glachan case, but it is normal in any murder inquiry to concentrate on interviewing people that knew the victim, because 99 times out of 100 people are murdered by people they know.
I think a number of people in the community maybe set their sights on who they thought it was, and were maybe leaving aside issues that they should have told us about. A lot of members of the public had tunnelled vision in respect of who may have killed Caroline, and that may have hampered the inquiry in respect of them not coming forward with other issues that might have been relevant.
6 months after her body was recovered from the River Leven, Caroline was finally laid to rest. The delay placed a major strain on her family. The impact of the murder was also taking its toll on her close friends.
I couldn't deal with the pressure. I went off the rails for a few years. I couldn't even come to terms with myself.
Exactly what happened to Caroline on that path is still unknown. For Caroline's family and friends, the need to discover who is responsible remains as strong today as it was when the teenager's body was recovered from the River Leven.
At some point, somebody's going to have to slip up, or somebody's going to come forward. and actually start speaking up and standing up for Caroline. I mean, she's buried, she can't stand up and tell the story what happened.
Whoever did that, Disney just took her body. They've took a lot more than that. Something that they'll never understand what they've took. Do you know, I'll never be a grandmother. I'll never walk her down the aisle. And in my work I have constant reminders because my friends, their daughters get married and I go to their weddings and I go to their christenings. And then there's reality again for me. A part of me died that day.
Well, I hope they get whoever it is that done it. And I hope they're feeling all the pain that everybody else is feeling. And they must be guilty as hell. And their family must be guilty as hell if they know as well. I don't even know they can look at other people on the street, knowing that they're keeping that secret to themselves.
You know how this eats you up, the anger eats you up. And I am so angry that folk that could keep something like that to themselves. How would they feel if they put themselves in my shoes just for a few minutes? Try doing that and try living 9 years like that and see if they could still keep their mouth closed.
Margaret's pain will not subside until Caroline's killer is caught. The fast-flowing River Leven may have washed away crucial forensic evidence of the brutal murder, but someone out there must know who ended this young girl's life.
The search is on for a possible serial predator next on Discovery as top forensic investigator Dale Hinman goes to work in Crime Scene USA, Body of Evidence.